Greetings, Indiana disciples. I'm Chris Higgins, and I am helping the Indiana region produce the first ever virtual regional assembly. And as we prepare to gather virtually, it's important that we become familiar with the software and services that we'll be using to help us connect for our worshipful work and enriching conversations. The technology we will be using for our time in business and conversation is Zoom. Prior to the event, you'll need to download and install the Zoom client software to your computer, available at zoom.us/download. You can also participate using a smartphone or tablet by downloading the free Zoom app. Once your software is installed, you'll want to make certain the audio and video settings are correct. The simplest way to do this is by joining a test meeting. In your internet browser, go to zoom.us/test, then click on the Join button. If you're using a desktop computer, you may see a dialog asking to confirm if you want to open the Zoom application. Be sure to click Yes. First, Zoom will ask for your name. Type what name you'd like displayed to others in the sessions and click Join. If you have a webcam, Zoom will ask you if you want to join with video. Select either Join Without Video or Join with Video. If you don't have a webcam, don't worry. You can still participate in the sessions. Next, Zoom will help you configure your audio settings. Simply follow the instructions on the screen, and Zoom will help you select the best settings for your computer. If using the Zoom app on a smartphone or tablet and it asks for permission to access the microphone and/or camera, be sure to select OK or Yes, depending on your device. To mute or unmute your microphone, click on the microphone icon in the lower left. A red line crossed through the icon means you're muted. To activate your webcam, click on the camera icon. Again, a red line through the camera indicates your camera is not active. Once you're comfortable that your Zoom software is now configured, you can exit the test session and you'll be ready to join the online sessions for the regional assembly. For the business session, we'll be using Zoom Webinar. This will allow the regional leadership to preside over the business session while allowing you to watch presentations, ask questions, and vote on business items. On the morning of October 3rd, beginning at 8:45 a.m., you can join the business session by clicking on the invitation link that will be emailed to you a week prior to the meeting. If you're using a desktop computer, you may see a dialog asking to confirm if you want to open the Zoom application. Be sure to click Yes. Your Zoom client software will appear and you will be connected to the webinar. Note that if you attempt to connect to the meeting before 8:45 a.m., Zoom will display a message stating that the webinar has not started. This is normal, and you can simply wait until the webinar begins and you will automatically be connected once the session starts. Once the business session has started, you will be able to participate in two ways, via the Q&A feature and through polling, which will be used to vote for business items. The Q&A feature will be used to address questions or concerns from attendees during the business discussion. Business session leaders will be able to view your questions and address them in the order they were received. The polling feature will be used to vote for business items. When time for a vote, a dialog will appear asking you to cast your vote for the particular business item. If you are observing and not a voting member, simply select the I am not a voting member option or simply wait for the voting session to end. For our time together in the Keynote Session, we will be using Zoom Meeting. This version of Zoom will allow more interactivity between participants during the session. On the morning of October 3rd, beginning at 9:45 a.m., you can join the Keynote Session by clicking on an invitation link that will be emailed to you a week prior to the meeting. If on a desktop computer, you may see a dialog asking to confirm if you want to open the Zoom application. Be sure to click Yes. Your Zoom software will appear and you will be connected to the Keynote Session. Note that if you attempt to connect before 9:45 a.m., Zoom will display a message stating that the meeting is not started. This is normal, and you can simply wait until the meeting begins and you'll automatically be connected once the session starts. Once the Keynote Session is started, you'll be able to participate in two key ways, via the chat feature and through virtual breakout rooms, which will be used to allow small groups of people to discuss and discern the words and thoughts of our keynote speaker. When you first join the meeting, you'll automatically be muted and your camera will be off. You will not be able to unmute your microphone until later in the session. During that time, you're free to use the chat feature to ask questions to hosts, who are participants who have volunteered their time to help people during the session. Following the keynote presentation, you'll be given an opportunity to participate in small group discussion using the Breakout Rooms feature. This is a virtual room where you and a small group of people will be able to discuss together. The meeting host will automatically send you to the meeting room, There's no need for any action on your part. Once you've entered the room, you may unmute your microphone and activate your camera. During this time, hosts may enter and exit the rooms, checking to see if people have questions. 2 minutes before the end of the breakout session, you'll be given a countdown warning to allow your group to wrap up the conversation. After the breakout sessions have ended, you will return to the larger meeting to conclude the keynote session with closing remarks. We hope you found this video to be informative. If you have any other additional questions, be sure to visit the Zoom website at zoom.us and then click on the support link in the upper right. And if you have any questions about the Regional Assembly itself, feel free to visit the Regional Assembly website at indianadisciples.org or connect via the Regional Assembly Facebook page. Just search for Indiana Regional Assembly on Facebook. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you October 3rd.